This is the richest game in football history. That's why I had to upgrade the to talk about this game. PSG against Man City, the oil derby, the battle of the countries. Who cares? Man City, welcome. Well, not really welcome, rather Pep Guardiola under Man City, welcome. Feels new, doesn't it? It feels new, doesn't it? So welcome to the UCL semi-man. Narratives right here. Pep Guardiola, the quadruple is gone. That is no longer a reality. So is the treble. A Papa John's Cup does not count as a treble. We already know that you've done the EPL. It's about this. It's about this. And I think that for Pep and for Man City, this is where it gets very real right now, because I think this is definitely going to be one of their toughest game. You're facing last year's finalists, and you're potentially, because we don't know, again, I am recording this several days before this thing happens, so I don't know who is going to be fit or injured by the time this game kicks off. So we don't know whether Neymar is going to be fit. We don't know what's going to happen to Mbappe, Verratti, and so forth. Same thing with Man City. But it's a huge step up for Man City. And I think for Pep Guardiola, he's already thinking about, all right, if we do face Neymar, if he's available, we have to have a plan for Neymar. If Mbappe is there, there has to be somewhat of a plan there. And here's my thing. I've been visualizing this game. And every time I visualize this game, it always seems to favor PSG. I've looked at this game in so many different facets, and the way City play, the way they defend, the way they set up, the specific characteristics of specific PSG players and so forth, this just looks like a really bad matchup for Man City. But football, 1 + 1 does not equal 2 in football, and we've seen that many times. So I do believe that Pep Guardiola is going to come with a specific game plan. I think it's going to be a specific game plan to frustrate and to stifle and to nullify the PSG attack, specifically of your boy Di Maria, Mbappe, and Neymar. So he's going to try to disrupt that. And it's just, and now my thing for City right now is, do you stick with this false nine? Do you stick with Bernardo Silva in the false nine role? Or do you employ an Aguero? Or do you employ a Gabriel Jesus? I don't know. I still feel that a striker will be needed, because if they are going up against Kimpembe and Marquinhos, arguably right now, perhaps one of the strongest defensive partnerships out there, you might need somewhat of a strong presence in this. But what works? I think the false nine has done them well. Sterling isn't saying what's up, and I think that this setup has done them well. De Bruyne is going to be huge. He's going to be huge, and I think his influence on this game is going to be very key, because De Bruyne has to take charge. I mean, I liked what he did against Dortmund. He showed up, and he was really dragging the team by the scruff of the neck. But the game gets higher, bro. Kevin, the game gets higher. And this is where you need to really not say what's up and levitate. For PSG, Neymar. This is why you were brought here. For no other reason. You were brought here for this. For this purpose specifically, you were brought here. Okay? Your legacy depends on and relies on delivering this Champions League for PSG. And this, I think, is another tough test. I think they've faced a mammoth gargantuan in a Bayern. Not at full strength, though. Not at full strength. But still, they faced a monster in Bayern, and Neymar came clutch against Bayern, well, specifically more so in the first leg. This is yet another test, because this is another extremely good team with arguably one of the best coaches in the world right now. I think for PSG, they need Neymar. Without Neymar, they're not the same. And I just don't think that Di Maria, Mbappe, Icardi, and so forth are effective by themselves. I mean, did you see Di Maria's assist to Icardi? Insane. With Neymar and with that front three, these guys are very, very, very dangerous. And I think for PSG and I think for Pochettino, he will know that, all right, these homeboys are playing that high line. And I like to move that line up. And I'm sure they would have looked at that FA Cup game and looked at the goal that Chelsea scored with the pass they gave into Mount. So they said to themselves that if they play that way and they defend that way, we just need to get that ball to Neymar and Di Maria, and all you need is that killer pass. If you make that pass of truth, If he make that pot, the pass of truth, Mbappe is in. And for Mbappe, it's all about putting that ball away. Putting that ball away. This could be quite an explosive game. This could be quite an explosive game, and this could be quite an open game. Although, if you're City, what you do want is to keep hold of possession and to take away the spice from the game and try to look at those openings. But so City are going to be very smart and very cunning. I think for PSG, they are like, let's beat that high line. Let's look at these guys. Every Pep team, no Pep team sits back. No Pep team sits back. And I think for PSG, that is going to play into their hands. But I just think that there's something we're missing here. There's something that I'm missing here. Because Pep must know the speed of Mbappe, the movements of Mbappe, and the great passing from Neymar and Di Maria. He must know that. So he must have a plan, whether it's employing Fernandinho in there, giving Rodri defense in instructions, employing a man-to-man marking of Neymar. He has to come with a strategy of stopping there. But for City, what I am thinking about and what I'm just deliberating about is a false nine a healthy way to go? Foden has been money. He's money, and he's going to be very, very important indeed. But I think that whether you have a Foden, Mahrez, Foden, Bernardo Silva, I think if you just have a striker in there, it gives those guys freedom of movement, the chance to be elusive, evasive, and just find that sneaky little run into the box that can set up for a nice 1v1 opportunity to say what's up. PSG are favorites here, but it's a UCL semi. It's a Champions League semi. I think PSG, mentally, they feel that we are here to go one step further than we did last year. But I have got to repeat myself. I have to repeat myself. It is imperative. It is imperative that Neymar is on the pitch. If Neymar doesn't play, PSG must beat Man City. So it's as simple as that. Without Neymar, they are not beating Man City. With Neymar, they've got a great chance. They've got a great chance of doing so. But PSG, even with or without Neymar, you cannot underestimate Man City. You must respect what these guys are about and respect the dangers that they pose. But specifically, it's Pep Guardiola has to have something. 100%. So I don't even know what he's going to do. He may play me as striker. Like, guys, don't be surprised if you turn on your television and you're seeing, how does it feel, the champions? You know how guys basically wink at the camera whenever it goes there. You could see me that I could have it. Pep could be like, yo, HHG, I know you've called me Baldiola, Fraudiola, and so forth. Bro, get your ass here to Paris. You're playing strike. I'm like, oh, bet. All right, peace. So, we did talk. If we're not looking at a prediction right now, I've got a scoreline. I didn't think I was going to, but this scoreline just... You see, I've got to do a with and without Neymar scoreline. So, without Neymar, 1-1. Without Neymar, 1-1. With Neymar, I will say 2-1. 2-1. They'll edge them. City, I believe, will get an away goal. I think they will, I don't know how, it may even be through a penalty. It could be through a penalty. They'll get an away goal. But without Neymar, I think that they'll hold them to a 1-1 draw. I think they will be able to hold them just enough to a 1-1 draw. With Neymar, I think that's enough for 2 Gs. That's enough for 2 Gs for a 2, and I think 2-1 is a very good result for City, specifically now going back into that freaking second leg. So I'm excited for this. I'm really excited for this. So on Wednesday, we're going to start early. On Wednesday, we're going to be around 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Check the official website, 3 p.m., 4 p.m. We're going to be doing a Twitch live stream. So the Twitch live stream is going to be like a pre-match talk. Then, of course, on YouTube, an hour before kickoff, we're going to say what's up on YouTube. Then at kickoff, join me on Twitch for the watch long where we're going to talk. We're going to have our discussions and so forth. And it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. So join your boy, H.H. Harfop, for an amazing, beautiful breakdown analysis that's coming through. So guys, whatever the case may be, like the vid, subscribe, and guys, hashtag April hashtag April is getting very well right now. The Mbappe narrative, the Neymar narrative, the PSG narrative, the Pep narrative, the De Bruyne narrative, they are fully up and running. Which narrative is going to come through? Like, subscribe, one love.